Hey folks, this is Saber Schnitzer, Virginia USAPL State Chair, and I'm going to go through my third venue setup video because I've got some significant improvements that could benefit all of you. So I'm going to go through basically the setup. All right, so first we've just standardized on vinyl backdrops. They're a little bit better than fabric because they lay flat. However, you really got to have stiff poles up top because the vinyl is heavy, and I basically went with cheaper poles. I have to replace them. So pretty much our standard setup here with regards to the monitors. Still can't afford that Arnold video wall, but pretty standard setup. Both sides are mirrored. The monitors for the displays. We've got some in warm-up. I will show you that too. But what I wanted to do is really talk about this setup in here. All right, so what I did was I found very cheap laptops on Craigslist, bought 4 of them just for the scores. They cost me $200. All right, then I, again on Facebook, found some cheap, higher performance laptops. Got 4 of them for $400. All right, so this is important. I've got 2 laptops for scoring right now. They're both identical. They're both on the same run page. They're running independently of each other, but on the same switch. That's important. What we have here is a dedicated lifting cast relay server. It is running VirtualBox from Oracle, which is a free virtualization tool. And then, you know, if you convince Mike to give you the lifting cast relay server virtual image, you can run it. It's very simple, a couple command lines, and you have it up and running. Then I've got a dedicated laptop for the monitor streaming, and it's duplicated on the other side. This is important. If you're running a multiple platform meet, you must have them, you know, pretty much on segregated networks, or be very good at IP networking. So what I've got is basically a Linksys router over here running DHCP, and a Linksys router over here also running DHCP, issuing IP addresses to each of the platforms. And this is important, and I will show you that right now. If we look at a scoring laptop, I can go to lifting cast. I'm going to try to focus this. I can go to lifting cast. And by the way, I hardwire everything. I don't trust wireless. I go to lifting cast right here and I see all the list. However, for my platform meet, I'm actually going to a specific IP address. I write this IP address on the scoring table, and all devices for that particular table are on that IP address. That IP address is this lifting cast relay server right here. That's important because that lifting cast server is on a different subnet than this. You don't want them mixing up, so you want them dedicated. And what's beautiful about this is that normally we would experience, just because of crappy internet connections, like a 15 to a 30-second delay in scoring. Remember, this is the local lifting cast that is operating about 8 feet away from me. Whoops, sorry. And I am going to, whoops, sorry. I have to put this actually on. Here is liftingcast.com. Here is liftingcast on my relay server, which is right here. Notice that I only have one meet here set up. That is because in this relay server, I have run the command to sync with my SummerSlam that is going on tomorrow. The beauty about this is that this is a full instance of lifting cast. The only thing that is talking to the lifting cast server out in the cloud is this relay station. This stream, these laptops, and most importantly, these scoring tablets are running off this local lifting cast server. So I'm going to go through some examples right now to show you the speed that this thing is actually running. So just something simple as running the clock off of the scoring table laptop. All right, so we're going to zoom in up there because that's the display screen. And I'm going to click the timer right now. It's that quick. I'm going to click reset right now. It's within 1 second. All right, again, still trying to focus on this. I'm going to do referee lights. It's, again, under a second. And I'm going to click the last white right now. There it is. I unclick a white. I click a yellow card, blue card, red, and red. It's under a second. I can't tell you if Mike is going to release this for wider consumption, but I can tell you from running Lifting Cash for about 6 to 7 months, this is awesome. And it is very little overhead because this thing runs on its own. It's a full Lifting Cash server. This is the only thing that is talking to the cloud. And just as a side note, I run 2 hard lines that are up overhead down to a dedicated switch that is sitting right there. That switch powers the wireless laptop or the wireless router. Same thing over here, a dedicated switch to a hard line, and then the hard line to the router. And off of this router hang all of my devices. So dedicated network for platform 1, dedicated network for platform 2. And this works fantastically. All right. So next topic, streaming. And I'm going to bring you back to how we're going to do this. But what I'm doing right now is the 2 camera feeds from the platforms are running off of a standard HD video camera with mini HDMI out and an HDMI capture card on the workstation underneath. The scoring is simply a screen scrape of those 2 browser windows right there, and the announcer feed that you see in the bottom right hand corner, which I'm still tweaking, is, oops, I still have to change the power setting on that. Okay, is a simple webcam pumped over a 200-foot USB extension cable. Now, what we've got there is XLR extension for the mic. What we got there in the middle is the HDMI over Ethernet, and then just simply an HDMI splitter. This screen you will see again, and let me run to the back room. The reason that I have to go into the back room is that we pretty much crank music during the event. And of course, if you try to live stream a competition that is playing copyrighted music, Facebook, YouTube, and pretty much every other service out there will immediately mute it or block it. I'm walking about 150 feet into the furthest room that we have in this particular gym, and I'm going to close the door. Because back here, you can't see anything. So let me just turn everything on. What we've got back here is my setup. So this screen is a screen scrape from the front monitor. So they see live what's going on. If you notice the volume on the right, we just simply have a boom mic, a floor mic, sitting below us with an amplifier on the end of it because it is a 200-foot run. I've got a workstation over here that I'm going to set up to display all of the lifter comments and bios. So as we are calling the meet, the supporting announcer can call off some stats from the lifter, quotes, bio, whatever. Over here, we're going to have, once I change the power setting, a actual live stream of the meet from Facebook, because what you're looking at here is directly from the cameras and the computer in the front of the, or right next to the competition venue. What I want to put over here is the actual live stream from Facebook, because that's what we're going to use to live stream. Because if this video goes down or something like that, or there's a problem with the live stream feed, they will see this, the announcers will see this immediately and will be able to text me or call me to say, hey, there's a problem. Because I am not going to be, focused on the live stream. I got to run the meet. That's why I've tried to put redundancy into everything that I do. But, a little bitty webcam right there, a screen scrape right there, and an XLR extension cable. All of this is bundled up with 4 or 5 Cat 5 cables and run to the venues, or the platforms, so we can extend those signals. Now, a couple more things I'm gonna run through real quick. One thing that's always bothered me is the efficiency of weigh-ins. So I'm trying something new. Up in the back of the gym, I have a whole bunch of old banners that I'm gonna use for weigh-ins. Now this one was moved, but because we have mirrors, I have to be careful about this because I'm gonna do women and men in the same environment. Set up the laptops here so I can record the weights as they come out of weigh-ins. They will have already submitted their opening attempts and rack heights before weigh-ins even start. I'll do the women over here. All the corners are zip tied. Women walk in. They choose a station. Those that are more private can change over here. Those that are less private here, just get in, get weighed, get out. 2 scales for men, 2 scales for women. The men come over here. Same kind of setup. And we've got, signs everywhere. And that's pretty much it. I've tried to really explain what we do in Virginia to try to run some pretty efficient meets. If anyone has any questions, please reach out to me. Thank you.